Good morning, everyone. My name is Kel, and welcome back to another episode of Monday Morning Magic. Today, we're going to be opening up a pack of Modern Masters 2015 edition. So if you've never opened up a pack of Modern Masters 2015 before, you will notice there's something weird about it. Instead of a plastic wrapper, it comes with this cardboard case, and I know from a lot of people's experience that this packaging is terrible and damaged a lot of cards. Without further ado, let's open this up. Alright, here we go. Oh, we have a mirror token. Alright, so our first card is Somber Hoverguard. It is a 3/2 flyer for 5 and a blue, but it has affinity for artifacts. It makes it cost 1 less for each artifact you have. That's fine. Next we have Gorehorn Minotaurs. It is a 3/3 for 2 and 2 red, and it has Bloodthirst 2. So if an opponent was dealt damage the turn this comes into play, it comes into play with 2+1/+1 counter. So it could be a 5/5 for 4 if you dealt them damage. Here we have Scuttling Death. It is a 4/2 for 4 and a black. Sacrifice Scuttling Death. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn, and it has Soul Shift. And that is, whenever this creature dies, you may return target spirit card with converted mana cost 4 or less from your graveyard to your hand. I don't like Soul Shift very much. All the cards are, like, not so great. Here we have Fairy Mechanist. It is a 2/2 flying for 3 and a blue. When Fairy Mechanist enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library and reveal an artifact from them and put it into your hand, with the rest on the bottom. If you're playing an artifact deck, this card is pretty good. Next card is Apostle's Blessing for 1 and a Phyrexian white, which means you can pay either a white or 2 life. Target artifact or creature you control gains protection from artifacts or the color of your choice until end of turn. It's not a bad card, but not first pick worthy. Our next card is Instill Infection. It is an instant for 3 and a black. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature and draw a card. For 4 mana, not so good. But this guy is having a worse day than you would be if you picked this card first. Next card is Blades of Velis Veil. It is a tribal instant shapeshifter for 1 and a red. This card is every creature type at all times because it has Changeling. And up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+0 and gain all creature types until end of turn. Once again, not a great card, but it's fine. Here we have Tukatong Thalid. It is a 1/1 creature fungus for 1 green mana. When it dies, you get to put a 1/1 green sapperling creature token onto the battlefield. Once again, it's fine, but not something you want to first pick. Next card is Wrap in Flames. It is a sorcery for 3 and a red. Wrap in Flames deals 1 damage to each up to 3 target creatures. Those creatures can't block this turn. I don't really know how I feel about this card. Not super great, but it could be in some circumstances, which means it's probably not that great. Here we have Ulamog's Crusher. It is an 8/8 Eldrazi creature for 8 mana. It has Annihilator 2. Whenever this creature attacks, defending player sacrifices 2 permanents, and he must attack each turn, if able. That's an okay card if you're going for a ramp strategy. Here we have Stormblood Berserker. I actually have this guy in my cube. He is a 1/1 for 1 and a red. Creature Human Berserker. He has Bloodthirst 2. We already went over Bloodthirst. And he can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So he's got, I believe it's called Menace now. So he's possibly a 3/3 for 2 with Menace. That's not too bad at all. Our next card is one of the bounce lands. It is Azorius Chancery. It enters the battlefield tapped, and when it enters the battlefield, you have to return a land you control to owner's hand. But it adds a white and a blue when you tap it. And our next card is Bestial Menace. This is a sweet card. It is a sorcery for 3 and 2 green, and you put a 1/1 green snake into play, a 2/2 green wolf into play, and a 3/3 green elephant into play. Pretty sweet card. And our rare is Dark Confidant. That is amazing. So Dark Confidant is a 2/1 for a 1 and a black. It is a creature human wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to the converted mana cost. Anyone who plays Magic knows that this is good old Bob. Greatness at any cost. That was a pretty sweet pull. I couldn't have been happier. And then our foil is Vengeful Rebirth. So every pack of Modern Masters comes with a foil. Vengeful Rebirth is a pretty good card. It costs 4 mana of any color, a red and a green, and it is a sorcery. You return target card from your graveyard to your hand. If you return a non-land card to your hand this way, Vengeful Rebirth deals damage equal to that card's converted mana cost to target creature or player, then you have to exile it. Alright, and always I will say what I would pick if I were drafting this in a Chaos draft. I would pick Bestial Menace. No, I'm kidding. I'm taking Bob. Bob's pretty sweet. If Bob was not in the pack, I would definitely take the Bestial Menace. But since Bob is in the pack, we are taking Dark Confidant. Well, if you liked the video, then be sure to turn in next week for another episode of Monday Morning Magic. Hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. I'll see you then.